I'm Davie.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? I am Davie.
I'm Misty.
You guys, welcome to another episode of DMWATS podcast. I feel like we should have a phrase. I mean, we do unscripted, unedited, unapologetic, but you know, it's like,
what do you mean?
like, welcome to DMWATS podcast where we kick ass. I don't know, like, no, that's terrible.
No,
Anyway,
it's not.
no, it's just I was
It's
just
not
saying.
great.
I didn't say let's do that one. I was
As-
just saying like a phrase, but
I just thought that, it's DMWATS is good enough.
yeah, why not? I was just saying, just randomly thinking. Anyway, you guys go check out our NFTs.
The EMTs?
EMTs. Check out our
We
EMTs.
have a calendar of EMTs.
Go check out our EMTs. They all save lives. I'm telling you. No, OpenSea.io/DMWATS. Those are NFTs. You guys will check them out. DMWATSpodcast.com. All the streaming services, Doge, AMC, Sheba. And for those that don't know,
I gotta get Saitama on the board.
we got to get Saitama up. We got to get that drawn up there.
Saitama on
But
the board.
this video airs the next day, so we'll be filming the night before. As we were filming, we were listening on Twitter to the COO of Saitama. He was answering some questions. So Saitama.
I was gonna say that because I was like,
COO
maybe
of
I'm wrong.
Saitama, but he's talking about the launch later this week of Saitama Exchange. You guys educate yourself on the crypto, like educate yourself, even for those like, it ain't nothing. There's so much you're missing out on. But anyway, go check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. It is officially another year. It's officially another year. We talked about this the other day, but hey,
Yeah.
welcome again to the new start of the new year. And it's going to be my turn. You keep looking at the fishbowl. I said I'm doing a fishbowl.
I know. I was just thinking it's like the 25,000th day of the pandemic.
It is. Yeah, it is. But what do we do?
It's not over.
It's not over. Every time we turn on TV, look, we are with y'all. We're pandemic weary. We're with you, but at the same time, hey, take precautions. Be safe. If enough of us
Wear
took
your
precautions,
mask.
if enough of us took precautions and we're safe, we wouldn't have a lot of the issues that we're having
Why
with
can't
the
you
pandemic.
just wear a mask?
That,
Why?
mm,
I don't
mm.
care if it doesn't help. Do it.
Oh.
It makes me feel better.
And I know what we're about to talk about right before we finish the fishbowl topic. Guys, real talk. Let's talk about something that everybody sees, but not everybody understands. The handicap placard. Let's talk about that.
Oh, we had an incident today.
We had an incident today. Baby, you tell them.
And it ended up okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we pulled up. He had to run into somewhere real quick. It was a doctor's office. He just had to run in, check something out.
Mhm.
And we pulled in the handicap spot because we can. And this,
We got a disabled veteran tag. Disabled veteran tag,
this Karen
for lack of better words.
that we
was
pulled
this
up
Karen.
next to
Mhm.
kept staring at me, like staring. And yeah, okay, I have pink hair. Yeah, true. Sometimes I forget I have pink hair
Mhm.
because I've always had pink hair. So I looked over and smiled, and she just gave me this look, and I was like, whatever, it's a Karen.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I noticed she kept doing it, and so like I'm looking at her, I'm like, what the fuck is she looking at? And then she holds up her phone. Can I borrow your phone? I have my phone.
Mhm.
We all know this. I guess I gotta use this. We all know this move, right? Like you're on your phone, but then all of a sudden the phone does this.
Yeah.
We all know that. You're taking a picture. We all
Or
know
yeah,
that.
either or filming a video.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube, you guys know the look we're talking about.
And she's like, and I'm like, why is she taking a picture? And then she backs out of the stall and backs out to where I can see her staring at our truck, at our license plate,
Right. Taking
with
a
her
picture.
phone up.
Yeah. Like,
and I'm just looking, going, oh my God,
Mm.
she is like going to report
Mhm.
us. And I hope she's looking at the license plate because the handicap guy is on
yeah,
there.
and it says disabled veteran. So let me, I some things are so ignorant you can't believe you have to explain it, but we're gonna do it anyway.
And we've had this happen to us before.
Yeah. So let's get one thing straight. Just because you have a disabled tag or handicap tag, whatever you want to view it as, just because you have this tag doesn't mean you're in a wheelchair. Doesn't mean that there's something, there's something that's
It doesn't mean you're carrying oxygen.
It doesn't mean you're carrying
you
oxygen,
have a
right.
walker.
Right. So the biggest phrase that I took from Wounded Warrior It's not all wounds are visible.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. So a disabled veteran tag, handicap tag, you don't know people's story, and it's also not your business.
It's none of your business.
If it's legal, then leave it alone.
And not only that, but it's just
even if it ain't legal, it ain't your business.
It's none of your business.
It's none of your. It's not
and
your
there was
place.
nobody else there, and half of the parking lot was still coated in ice.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even convenience because where the handicap was actually further than the door.
It is. Look.
And I'm like, but we get this a lot because we look too young. Yeah,
we look too young, or there's nothing wrong with them.
I'm so sick of people judging us.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull
I'm glad I look young and all.
Yeah. I get carded all the time though. So that's it. But anyway,
don't judge me.
So this topic of today is dun. What? You don't want to read that one? You want to talk about that one? Dark.
I guess I don't understand it.
Like the bad parts of it.
Oh, we never talked about that.
We always talked about it was always good stuff when we did it.
This better be the last one though, because people are going to be like, "Are you serious?"
We hadn't talked about. Okay, all right.
No. We can talk about what I'm saying is. Then we can no longer bring it up.
Okay, cool. Since we've got it out here, the fishbowl topic of today is the dark side of a cruise.
It's the dark side.
The dark side of a cruise.
DMWATS after dark.
I'm telling you,
it's in tonight's expose.
So
Misti and Davie reminisce about the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to talk about some things with the crew, the dark side of cruise that people don't talk about. Things that we experienced and things we did, but we just know that happens at cruises. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna kick it off and I'm gonna talk about first and foremost the underage folks that are on the cruises. The underage folks on the cruises, I'm gonna tell you, they are a problem. They're, and in my opinion, worse than adults. They are rightfully so, right? They're underage. But and I'm gonna tell you, here's the thing. I'm not even talking about the antics, like, oh, they running around doing stupid stuff. That's kids being kids. That's what I'm talking about is me being propositioned to try to buy this young lady some alcohol
with me sitting
with my wife sitting right next to me, and she didn't realize my wife was sitting next to me because she was on the other side of me. And I'm like, well, first of all, you're like, can you buy me a drink? I said, there's two things wrong with this sentence. Because saying first and foremost, my wife is right here. Secondly,
hi, Peeker.
Yeah, I'm like, secondly, everybody over 21 had to have, wasn't it these bands you had to wear, or was it?
Oh yeah, we had a band. Well, we also had the lanyard, but you had a band as
well. You had a band
if you were under 21.
Right, you had to have that.
But
band.
we had to have a lanyard that said, it basically.
I think it was like the color of the lanyard or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, man, you're not 21. Number one, and the fact that you would need me to buy you a drink on a cruise that gives them for free. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense. There's so much wrong with this sentence, but however, these things happen.
Yes,
on these cruises. There are underage kids going on these cruises.
Yeah,
parents, like, by underage, I'm not talking like 5 and 6. No, and so you're talking like we're talking 16. Like teenage, 16, 17. Parents give them a little 18. Bit of freedom. Yeah, parents give them a little bit of freedom.
Yeah. Because they can go into the bar.
Yeah.
I mean, we were at a piano bar. And so they can go in there.
They can go in there, but they can't.
They can get a soda.
Yeah. They can't partake. So
yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, and
that was the first night.
Yeah. We saw a lot of things like underage folks, and this girl did not stop there.
No.
You know what I mean? She kept going with other people trying to get them to buy her drinks.
She kept trying.
Yeah. But we talk about the dark side of cruises, right? And that is one, unfortunately, because let's talk about that danger in that. But what about, you got an underage person who's trying that, and then you get a predator. It's like, yeah, I'll get you a drink.
You're on a ship with hundreds of strangers.
Yeah.
And everybody's being friendly because you're now trapped on a boat. Let's be real. That's what it is. So everybody's being friendly.
Yeah. You trapped on this boat.
You don't know, because how many times did we get lost?
Yeah,
on that boat?
Man, yeah.
Because certain elevators take you to certain levels and certain parts of that level. So the elevator you would take, say, to go to dinner is a different elevator than we would take to go to a room, which was a different elevator to get to the casino. I mean,
exactly. So, but you had to go on certain sides of the ship.
It would have been
to go to
really
certain floors.
Easy to be taken.
Yeah, and
really easy.
and it's like literally I mean, and here's the thing: it's either sometimes it's being taken, sometimes it's going willingly. Either way, statutory rape is still statutory rape, no matter where you're at. So, you know what I mean? And those things, though, unfortunately, those things happen. But that's one part.
That's one part. What about the part of the chick that literally paid for her cruise, but not a room?
Not a room. She paid for a cruise.
See,
I didn't even think that was a thing that
if
you
you
could do.
listen to people, they'll tell you everything. Don't talk.
Especially when the alcohol's involved.
Just say hello, and they'll tell you everything you need to know about them.
Yeah, and this woman was bragging to us. Alcohol was flowing, and she was just letting it loose. Like, I haven't. I think she said it was her second cruise.
Yeah,
and she only paid for one, and neither of the cruises has she paid for a room, because this woman literally will go to guy proposition them as long as they give her a place to stay for the night.
A place to stay. And sometimes they just give her money. And they're like, no, you can't stay here.
Yeah.
So basically,
which on a cruise ship, you can go the whole time and not, you end up sleeping at the bar. They're not gonna be like, go to your room. They won't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
anchor hooker.
I don't know what you call her. I don't know. I don't know. Cruise groupie. I don't know.
Cruise groupie.
I don't know. A Lucy Cruisy.
Lucy Cruisy. Oh, I like that one.
Lucy Cruisy. I went there.
That was good.
A Lucy Cruisy. That's what I do.
That was really good because I'm stumped.
That's what a Lucy Cruisy. I mean, we can go
with
that.
Prostitute.
I don't know.
Hey, that was pretty good. I like that one. I like that one. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, but she would go through propositioning people.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll spend the night with you if you give me a.
And I don't think she was bragging as much as she was trying to get him.
Oh yeah, we both know what it was. We knew what it was.
Hi, wife, finger.
Yeah,
okay.
We both knew what it was.
Well, I'm here.
But I was like, you do what? And she was like, yeah. I was like,
you're pretty thin. I could throw you over.
Yeah, and like, and this is something you're bragging about, like that you're okay with.
She really was.
You're okay with bragging about this. I was like,
she was. She was very proud of herself for that.
So I got another one. The dark side of cruise is that it is probably the worst place for drunks to be. Okay, we ran into another female when we talk about the dark side of cruises. So
far they're all female.
Yeah, so we ran into another female. You remember, it was the middle of the day. Now they'll serve alcohol 24/7, and you get what's called drink packages.
Yep.
The drink package will say, okay, you'll get 13 drinks each day. So it resets each day.
Yep.
Whatever, right, for 24 hours. So now this woman that we ran into, she had gotten all 13 of her drinks, and it wasn't even noon. It wasn't even new yet. And she was pissed. She came up to us, and she was
mad.
She was mad because we were at the bar.
They won't even let you buy at that point.
You can't even buy it.
You can't even buy a drink.
If you have the drink package, whether you do or you don't, like if you go past 13 drinks, they're like, no, you can't even buy it. She was trying to get people to buy her drinks because literally they were like, no, you're cut off. They literally cut you off. And if you've never been on a cruise, they pour strong. They don't, on cruise ships, the alcoholic beverages they don't pour light.
No.
You know what I mean? And it is liquor. It's not watered down alcohol on these cruise ships.
Yeah, no.
You are going to get twisted.
It's
Make no mistake. Yeah.
Too. It's not house liquor. It's real deal.
It's name brand, straight up liquor. And if you didn't know, there's no tax on it. So I think we paid 1 cent before we left the Port of Miami or whatever. But still, no, our point was like drunks. We ran into a lot of drunk guys. We actually found one of the drunk guys taking the girl that was telling us.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the drunk guys was so drunk, and he took the girl that was telling us she just spends the night with God. Took her.
She finds the drunk guy,
and he took her to his room.
And it's never gonna be him because we couldn't get past like 4. And we tried.
They're like I said, them drinks were strong.
I think, like we said, one day we got to 5 or 6.
Yeah,
because we had started at like 10, and we're like, let's just see if we can do it. Of course, we paced ourselves.
Yeah,
and by the end of the night, we're like, what the hell?
Yeah, what were we thinking? Like, it was just give us water, man.
But yeah, there's that. But it's bad. The drink package, let's be real. The dark side of it is the drink package doesn't work if you're a beer drinker. It just doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
Because at home, let's be real, it's beer. You're probably going through a 6-pack.
Like that.
And
that was not coordinated, I promise. We just snapped at the same time.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to do a 6-pack is nothing.
Yeah.
To do 12 would be nothing.
Yeah.
To a beer drinker. They're used to it.
Yeah, but over there, and it's
but it counts.
Yeah, but it counts. A beer counts.
So if you're a cocktail person like we are,
yep,
it'll work for you.
Absolutely.
And it'll continue to work for you.
So we got to say this, that's the other dark side of you got another one? I got another one.
I do too, but I think it's going to be the same one.
Okay, you go ahead.
I was going to talk about the fees at the end of it.
I wasn't going to say that, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, so we had paid for everything ahead of time. However, you get roped into paying for internet, basically Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi don't work. Just don't get it.
It don't work at all. Yeah.
Don't get it. It doesn't work. But they also add tips, even though we tipped everybody every time.
Yep.
At the end of your cruise, you get a bill. And you're like, why am I getting a bill? Oh, it's just a receipt at this point, right? Nope. Open that son bitch up.
Yep.
Because now you're getting charged like $2,000 in fees.
Yeah.
You've got Wi-Fi. You've got tips with this astronomical rate. And we tipped well because we were bartenders.
Yeah. And, when you see it, because they'll put an amount on there for tips.
And there was something else too. Like there was all these different
charges. All these different charges. They'll put an amount on there for tips. And you can go and be like, I don't think so. First of all, tips are not mandatory. So get off my... You guys can understand the dark side of cruises, which leads me to my next point was the people that work there, they don't make a lot of money.
They literally don't.
Most of the time, the people on them cruises come from countries that, they just swooped in and gave them a job on a cruise ship where they make little to no money. There are people we ran into on that cruise ship. These people are working and sending all their money home.
Yeah.
Sending all their money, like they live on that ship. It's not that
much money. Again, oh, guys, you'd be shocked. Like, and you can look it up. What they make is sick.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's sickening.
In fact, give me you keep talking.
Yeah.
I've got to look this up.
But, like we said, like it is really bad what these people make on dealing on these cruise ships. Now, some of them are actually happy. And unfortunately, to put it this way, but it's true. Most of the Americans are happy on there. They work for the cruise ship because even though they're not making enough money, they don't have to pay for room and board.
Right.
They're like, no, I don't have an apartment at home. I literally don't have. I have a PO box that I use when I come back in. It was like, but other than that, no, because like literally I can live on this ship as long as I want.
But the bad thing is you don't have days off.
And that's the bad part. You have to do your job all the time and be available all the time when you start talking about this. And like, we didn't know those things because there's a part of the cruise where you go and you have to dress up at night. There's a night where you got to go and you got to dress up.
Sure.
Right. And they're dancing and they look like they just enjoy what.
Remember that?
Amazing. They were enjoying what they do.
It was great.
They were enjoying what they do. But we looked and was like, man, this looks amazing. And then we talked to them afterwards. And that's when you get their full story. Like,
and again, they'll tell you.
They'll tell you everything.
Ask the question, they'll tell you.
And they will tell you this is not what you think.
And they're vying for your tips. And they're and whatever you throw at them.
Yeah.
And I mean, that one bartender dude we were talking to, he was a whore.
Oh, he had like 3 wives back in he was somewhere in Africa, but
and he got
these, wives everywhere, and
different women that approach him and give him money and give him everything and just saying.
Yeah,
so if you want to be a gigolo,
apparently that's what it is.
But ZipRecruiter is seeing annual salaries with the median being 26,500 to 55,000.
Yeah.
26,500, the lowest being 17, the highest being 105,000. 105,000, you're probably a captain. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, you're probably the one
going to be 17,000, you're cleaning.
Yep.
And you might even be a server.
Yep.
Like they don't make a lot of money.
17,000. Even if you put that,
But
even if you can't do math in public, look at it this way. That's less than 1,000 a month.
You could make more at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, that's less than 1,000 a month. Let's put it like that.
Again, you're working every day, and if you're sick, it doesn't matter. You're working every day, and they don't get a lot of time off. Like we're talking, like maybe that's where Amazon got their model for working is cruise ships.
Yeah,
because they don't give you. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
you look like you went on a cruise.
No,
no,
I wouldn't. No.
But it shocked us when we learned all that.
Yeah, and we talk about how fun our cruise was, but like I said, the dark side of it. Aside from what I always mention, the deadly dolphin experience, but aside from
that, he signed up for.
but that also goes to show you, like it's kind of eerie. Not the I'm talking about the
dolphins.
No, I'm talking what they call them, escapades, or couldn't remember what they were called. Excursion. So it's kind of eerie. You go to these different islands, and the employees from the ship are already there. Mm-hmm. They're already there. It's like, man, when you first of all, how'd you get here?
Yeah.
So fast.
Weren't you just serving me over there?
You were just serving me over. What is this? And it's crazy, but we talk about that dark side. The other dark side of that, we talked about, what we didn't really talk about was just the people in general. There are people coming from all facets of life.
Because cruises are really cheap.
Yeah.
They're very cheap.
And I'm here to tell you, lock your valuables up. You get people, we didn't experience it.
No, but I'm just saying we have lifelong friends from our cruise.
Yes, and we will tell you right off the top, be careful.
You just gotta. It's just like everything else, though. It's everything else. But right now, don't get on a cruise. Don't do that to yourself. How many cruises have come back with COVID, even though everybody had to be vaccinated?
There are fully vaccinated cruises that come back with like 50 and 60 people diagnosed with COVID.
Don't do that. Don't go on a cruise.
And then look, we get it. Well, if you're vaccinated, how are you catching it? Okay, the same way you get vaccinated with the flu, and you can still catch the flu. I'm just saying. You're vaccinated, but don't be stupid. I'm vaccinated.
To lessen the severity of the symptoms of the disease itself.
Yeah, it's less than severity.
It's not gonna sit there and say, "Oh no, you won't get it."
Yeah, but folks got to understand that when it comes to this disease, it's like, well, if I'm vaccinated, how can I still get it? Like, well, you can get vaccinated against the flu and still get it. Yeah, but how am I dying if I get vaccinated? Everybody is different. You can still die from the flu, and then you've had the flu shot. You can still die from pneumonia, and you've been vaccinated against pneumonia. It can happen. You know what I mean? Everybody is different. And I feel like that common sense factor just isn't there. But not to make this about that. But look, the dark side of the cruises, that's the new dark side of cruises.
Yeah, is
the
COVID.
CCs, the COVID cruises.
But the forever side is they're not paid a lot. They work around the clock. And
you want to talk about the effect to have on essential workers, those people. When everything stopped.
Yeah.
When everything stopped. But
I know, right?
The other, not the last, I'm going to say not so like bad part of the cruise, but it's the one you don't really think about, right? Is all the extra shit that they try to get you to buy. Starting with getting your bags out of the cab when you get there. Yeah, remember?
Yep.
Getting our bags out of the cab when we got there, and that man standing there like this. I'm like, you all right? Something going on with your fingers? Lotion? I don't have any lotion. Yeah, you're right. I don't got no lotion. What's this? I don't understand. Like, I don't smoke. No, is that what that is? I don't smoke. But no, seriously, we will tip. You know what I mean? We get those guys. But if you go like this and you asking for a tip, I'm like, if I don't take offense to that, because that is to me, you don't ask me. It should be assumed that I am well aware that you're doing this for the tips.
Right.
But here's the part that really makes me angry. You do that, and I still decide to give you the tip. And I'm like, hey, you got change for a 10. And you put out a wad of freaking cash. You know what I'm saying? You got water for your cash. I'm like, no, my bad. I ain't mean change for a 10. I mean, you got 4 quarters. That's what I meant. Because I'm giving you $2, a $2 bill, and I need 4 quarters back. How about that? Yeah, I went there with it. But no,
You
still.
did?
Yeah, I am. That just made me. You remember the dude?
You know what? I really don't.
I do. I
was
remember.
So
I remember. We were just excited.
in amazement that
Yeah.
the whole thing looked like an airport.
It did. It is
It-
set up exactly
it
like
looked
an
like an
airport. And when you get on there, we remember we took our picture, got our pictures taken.
Yeah, so you get your picture, like they take your picture all the time.
Mhm.
But you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
And so they have this like gallery
Mhm.
that you can walk through and find your picture.
And don't be like my wife. Don't be like my wife. She is ghetto fabulous when it came to that.
I am. You got
just-
my image. Don't tell me I can't take a picture of my picture. You're charging me $25 for a 4x6.
So I'll tell you about
And
my
you
wife.
have like 20
Yeah.
pictures of me.
She took her camera, and there's big old signs everywhere saying you can't take pictures of the pictures.
Yeah.
And so
And
there are
he's like-
people walking by watching people to make sure that
and
they're not taking
and he
pictures
goes,
of pictures.
Babe,
I said, what are you doing?
put your camera
Put
down.
it
I'm
down.
like, what are they gonna do?
I'm like,
Arrest me?
they're like, but seriously, put the camera
Please
down.
put the camera down.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
She put it down, all right.
Click.
Down here and was like, snap, 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 snap.
And sure as shit, I got caught.
Yeah. Then it was like, ma'am, you can't do that. And I was like, I did what any husband would do when their wife get caught. I don't know. I don't know what that
He
is.
walked away.
I was like, I don't know.
Walked away.
Mm.
And I did it again.
Yeah, to her, it looked like I walked away. I was protecting her to make sure wasn't nobody
At
else.
the end of
coming.
that cruise, you're damn right. I saw what you guys were trying to bill me for. Click, click, click.
Yeah.
I'm taking pictures of my pictures. My face.
Yep, this is our face. So look, there's plenty of other dark sides of cruises, but we only decided to talk about the few we are definitely familiar with. So if you go on a cruise, keep those things in mind. I can't really say anything about hidden fees when it come out to cruises.
No, they pretty much come at you. And here's the
Yeah.
funny thing. They're so bold that they have a customer service before you even dock.
Yeah,
And you want to see a line, go to the customer service line at the end of your cruise.
yeah.
Oh, you'll see people screaming and you'll just see people sweating, going, yes, ma'am, and taking everything off. We
Yep.
got everything taken
Yep,
off.
yep. Like, nope. Because
No, we paid.
they'll put stuff on there and you go back and like, I don't know what you trying to pull, but
Yeah.
no, you can take all this off. I ain't
And-
doing it.
And it's sad too. Oh, here's another dark side though. And I've actually heard this from people. So you get the lanyard, you get your card. It pretty much is like, hey, I belong on the ship, right? But you can charge to your room. So then they have all these stores and it's like, hey, just don't give us cash. Just give us your room key.
No.
And I've
No.
heard of kids going shopping and not knowing
Yep.
that that's what was happening.
Yep.
There's a dark side right
There's
there.
a dark
So make
side.
sure your kids don't have that key and they're going shopping.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't charge anything to our room or anything like that, but you could get in trouble because they got
Uh-huh.
some great jewelry on there.
Yeah, they do. And so, but that's our
It's where
story.
your wedding ring comes from.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Don't you forget it, folks. But that's our side. That's our dark side of the cruise
Dark
episode,
side of
guys.
the cruise.
But there are dark sides. Do your research when it comes down to, as with anything. Do your research on these cruises because they do have a good and a dark side. So, hey, OpenSea.io/DMWATS. You guys make sure you check out our NFTs on there, DMWATSpodcast.com. And all the streaming services, Doge, AMC, and Sheba. And last but definitely not least, right now, it has gained a lot of our attention.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, Wolfpack. I am not gonna howl, but say
I'm not
Tama.
either because we'll both cough. after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, exactly. So hey, say Tama, check them all out. You guys, if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, always stay up on new technology. Go check stuff out, okay? Anyway, that's our episode for the day. Signing off for DMWATS, I'm Davie.
I'm Misty.
And we are DMWATS. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.